Would you like to learn how to connect with and contact your spirit guides to receive guidance, to receive insights, and also help from your divine team? If so, then in this video I want to share with you a simple process that can help you truly connect with your team of guides, your spirit guides, for guidance, for insights, and for direction. So if you would like to learn how to connect with your guides, then stay tuned. Hello to beautiful soul, welcome back to another video, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So excited that you're here. Now, my name is Kate Sanders, and this channel is all about helping awakening souls on their spiritual awakening journey so they can really awaken to their power within, create a life of more success, abundance, and freedom, all while living their life on purpose. And if that's you, I do want to extend an invitation. Please be sure to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I release the content. So you're probably aware that you have your divine team that you actually have access to. And even if you're not aware of that, you do have a team of guides that are always by your side, always guiding you, nudging you. And oftentimes they're doing it in a way that you're not even aware of, because they're here to assist you on your path, to really help you find your path in life, to do what you're here to do, to also help you manage, certain lessons that you have to experience, or help you guide you through it. Now, of course, the guides will never interfere, but they will nudge you. They will bring certain circumstances into your life, certain people. They will give you those downloads, those insights where you think that's just an idea you had, but it's actually has been impressed by your guides. But you can actually connect with your guides even more, like really connect with them to receive clear guidance. If you have questions, you can ask questions. If you would like help with creating something, you can get help with that. Now, for example, just so you can see what you can get, what you can do with connecting with your guides, is these videos that I share on my channel, they're all channeled. I connect with my team of guides to see what content are we meant to share, what is the context of the content. So I always learn something myself as I create these videos. But there's so much that you can do while connecting, or when you're connecting with your team of guides, because they're truly your allies. They're here to assist you. They're here to help you and guide you, so you don't have to do it all on your own. And sometimes just knowing that, well, you don't have to do it all on your own can actually lift some of that heavy weight off your shoulders, because, well, like I said, you don't have to go this journey all on your own. You can ask for help. You can ask for guidance. The only thing is, they will never interfere, because you do have free will. Now, of course, if it's something that really needs to happen, they will, it's not so much interfering, but they will kind of step in and they will give you what you need to get out of whatever is happening. But usually they're not just going to come in and interfere, because, like I said, you do have free will. And even with the guidance that you do receive, it's not like that you have to do it. You still have free will. You can choose. Are you going to do whatever guidance you received? Are you going to follow the guidance, or are you going to ignore that? So even whenever you are receiving guidance, it's never like you must do that. It's always just an invitation for you to do something, or for you to maybe look at something differently, or just to take the idea or whatever it is that you've been getting. But once you start working with your team of guides, your life can truly change, because, like I said, you have access to the higher guidance. So let me share with you this easy process of how you can connect with your team of guides to receive guidance, to receive support, and also insights into any questions that you might have. And of course, also, get to know your team of guides as well. So the first step is you really want to prepare yourself for connecting. So here I would recommend go somewhere where you can be undisturbed. Take a pen and paper with you, maybe even light a candle, play some soft meditation type of music just to set the mood. You may even bring certain crystals that you feel called to bring. Now, the crystal is not a must. You don't have to take that. I usually just sit there with a pen and paper and connect, but you can do whatever you feel called to do. But really set the intention to really open yourself up, because that is really a very important piece. You have to set the intention that you want to open yourself up. If you don't set that intention that you want to open yourself up, then it may be more challenging for you to really connect. So light that candle, play that music to really get in that state of really open-mindedness, and set the intention you want to open yourself up and welcome in your guides. The second step is you want to tune in, you want to ground yourself into the here and now, and then you also want to lift your frequency. because it is very important that you are present. If you are not present, then of course, then your ego is going to be all over the place. You also want to tune that down. What you can do is when you just tune in, you close your eyes and you just set the intention. You want to put your ego on the back burner or on timeout. You want to release any interferences, any doubts, any worries, anything that does not need to be here as you are connecting. Then when you're feeling more present, more grounded, and really in the here and now, and you feel like, okay, you put your ego aside, then you also want to raise your frequency, because your guides, they're vibrating at a higher frequency. So you want to kind of meet them at that higher frequency level. So here what you can do is you can just focus on love, focus on gratitude. Any of those good feelings, like really just tune in and just feel the love, feel the gratitude, and imagine yourself rising, really rising up into the higher levels to really raise your vibration as well. Because that makes it also easier for you to then connect. Now, here I also want to mention something. It's going to be very difficult for you if you're trying to connect with your guides if you're having a very, very bad day, because then you're just in such a low vibration. It's going to be very hard for you to kind of connect. Now, of course, here, the more you do this, the more you connect, the easier it will be. So then also when you're having a bad day, you will still be able to receive guidance because you've already done your work to meet them at their level, and also you already have built that connection. But I talk more about that here in a little bit as well. But do something to raise your vibration. That's why having that candle there, having those crystals there, having that music there can also assist you in really raising your vibration, because you really want to open yourself up to then also receiving guidance, and then to really raising your vibration will help you do that as well. And then the third step is you want to focus on your breath for a moment, to really breathe in light and love. And now this process that I'm sharing with you, the first few steps, they will shorten the more you do this. But as you're starting out to connect, you really want to take that time to really prepare yourself before you really connect, so you're really in alignment with your team of guides, and really you're clear of any interferences. So focus on your breath for a little bit, and then breathe in light and love, and cleanse yourself from the inside out. Like really imagine this white light cleansing you from the inside out, releasing any tension, releasing any interferences, any blocks, any doubts, any fears. And you can use that breath to really do that. You want to release any tensions, anything that is not serving you to connect. And then reiterate your intention that you want to open yourself up. You want to welcome in your team of guides. Now, these first 3 steps are really the preparation for then to connect with your team of guides, which is the 4th step, is you want to then call forth your team of guides. So what you can do is just be still tuned in, close your eyes, and then just do something as simple as, I now call forth my team of guides, or I now call forth the highest, best, most loving angels, archangels, spirit guides, whoever you want to call forth. You can even ask for a specific guide if you know that you have a specific guide that is there that you want to connect with. So you can, for example, call forth Archangel Michael or any of the archangels, or if you just want to connect with your spirit guide and you haven't really met him or her, then you can just call forth your spirit guide. Whatever you want to do is perfectly fine. But what I do want to recommend is ask for the highest, best, most loving guide. Because if your vibration is low and you're just saying you want to call forth a spirit guide, you may actually then open yourself up to attract someone that is more of a lower vibration. And you don't want that. So I highly recommend call forth the highest, best, most loving spirit guide, archangel, ascended master, angel, whoever you want to call forth. Or if you just want to call forth a team of guides, you can do that as well. So say something as simple, I now call forth the highest, best, most loving angels, archangels, beings of the light, spirit guides that can best support me now in this moment. Please step forth and connect with me now. And then when you do that, just wait and be open. Like really allow yourself, think of it like that. You have all the doors open, right? And you're just waiting for them to come in. For me, when I do that, I feel them more coming in from the back. Like they're always coming in from the back. Some other guides, they come in from the front or from the side. But my team of guides that I usually work with, they're really coming in from behind. So I can feel that shift, that energy shifting around me. So you want to just wait and just feel. Don't pressure it. Don't try to force it. Just truly be open. Now, if you're not feeling something, you may then tune in again and go back to the previous step about releasing any interference, really letting go, like breathing in that light and love. Breathing in white light of love, of healing, of cleansing, of releasing, and really set the intention to release anything. You may also check in with yourself. Is maybe my ego in the way? Then you can also say, okay, ego, go on the back seat. You know, take a time out. I'll get back to you later, and really drop back into your heart. That is very important. If you're not feeling your guides coming in, if you're not feeling anything, if they're not making themselves known, that could be that you're maybe resisting it. So just tune in and then connect to your heart. And just release any tension, any doubts, any fears, anything that does not need to be here. And then do that again. I now call forth the highest, best, most loving guide. Please step forward, connect with me now. And then see what happens then. Now, the more you do that, the easier it will become. Now, in the beginning, you may not feel as much. But then if you haven't felt anything, you can also ask, is my spirit guide here now? You can ask for the confirmation. I often do that as well when I'm not quite sure. Or at the beginning, I used to do that. And now even when I do Akashic Record readings, I do the same thing. I double check, am I in the records of such and such, to make sure that I'm really in the records or that my guide is really here. So you can do that too. If you're not quite sure, ask, is my guide here? And then you make it a yes, impressed into you. You make it somewhat of a sensation. Whatever it is for you. I mean, every person is different. So the guidance that you get for confirmation may be completely different than what I get. But you can ask for confirmation. And then the fifth step is here, when your guide is here, when you've gotten a confirmation, when you know, okay, your team of guides are here or just one guide. Now, if you haven't asked for a specific guide, you can then ask, well, who is here with me? What is the name of my guide? But if you do know who it is, then you can ask your question one at a time. Like if you've already know your question, like ideally maybe you have already some, in mind that you want to ask, or maybe they're just coming to you in that moment. But you can then ask your question one at a time and just wait for the guidance. Now here I also recommend doing automatic writing. That has been very helpful for me in the beginning as I started channeling, to write the question on a piece of paper. That's why I suggest to bring a pen and paper. But to write the question down and then just gaze at the question and really just be open. Be open for your team of guides or your specific guide to impress the words onto you, and you just start writing. So automatic writing is really a powerful way for you to get guidance. But you can also do it in your mind. Just tune in. Keep your eyes closed so you're not really distracted. You ask your question and then you just wait for the guidance. Now here too, you want to be open to receiving the guidance, not forcing it. And here what you can do is, when the guidance comes in, you can kind of check in with yourself if this is true guidance, higher guidance, or if this is your ego. If it's your ego, it's usually something that you have to think about, that it seems like it's kind of forced in a way, that the answer was kind of pushed through rather than it was flowing. Higher guidance, it's just, it flows. It comes easy. You don't have to think about that. So ask your question, be open to receive the guidance, but then also you want to listen to the guidance. You want to trust the guidance. You want to act upon the guidance that you received. That is really key, because if you keep connecting, you keep asking questions, but then you're not trusting the guidance, or you're not then acting on the guidance, then that could cause your guides to say, well, I'm not going to give you more guidance until you're actually trusting whatever you're being given and then actually acting on it. So always listen, trust, and act. And like I said, if you're not sure if it was higher guidance, just see, how did it feel coming through? Was it forced or did it flow easily? Now, most of the time, the guidance that you receive can be harsh, because the guides, they're not going to BS you. They're not going to sugarcoat stuff. I had to learn that lesson when I started working with the Akashic Records. There were times where I'm like, man, that was harsh, right? But it was exactly what I needed to hear at that time. And I also see it often with clients as well. Whenever I offer them the guidance, you're getting the truth. You're getting nothing but the truth sometimes may not feel all that great, right? But you will know, the more you connect, the more you receive guidance, the more you ask for guidance, you will then know when is it higher guidance and when is it ego mind. But ask your questions, communicate with your team of guides or your specific guide, and always listen, trust, and act. Very, very important. And the sixth and final step here is when you feel like when you got all your answers, when you got all the questions asked and you got the answers to that, and there's nothing left. Now also you can ask additional questions to clarify certain things. If something was unclear, you can ask additional questions as well. But when you're done, you just want to thank your guide. Show them your gratitude, show them your love, really be grateful for the guidance that you received, and you can just thank them and send them away. Then after that, you want to ground yourself, really ground yourself back into the here and now. And then if you haven't already done the automatic writing, then you may just take notes on the questions or the guidance that you received based on the questions that you had asked, and just journal about your experience. Now, like I said, the more you will do this, the more you connect with your team of guides, the easier it will become. Because then you're also forging a bond, an energetic connection with your team of guides. So then you don't have to go through this entire process that I just shared with you. You just tune in, do your quick grounding, and then just open yourself up, call forth your guides, and boom, they're there, right? And then you just get the guidance, and it will flow so much easier because you have made that connection. You have raised your frequency enough that it will become easier for you to connect with your team of guides. Now, if you actually want to go a little deeper in that, I do have a 6-day free Akashic Record challenge that I want to invite you to join me in. The link is in the description below. If you want to learn how to actually connect with your Akashic Records, the book of your life or the library of your soul, if you want to receive guidance, that also can help you then also channel better to receive more guidance. So if you want to learn that, there are also different activations included as well to really help you open yourself up. I want to invite you to join me. The link is in the description below. Like I said, it's a 6-day challenge, completely free for you to learn how to access and work with your Akashic Records. But like I said, the more you will do this, the easier it will become. Automatic writing is definitely going to be very beneficial for you to make it easier, or at least that's how it was for me. It may be easier for you just to do it in your mind, but if you're feeling challenged getting the guidance as you're just in your mind, then try automatic writing, because if you're just doing it in your mind, it's easy for your mind to just do all kind of funny things with you and distract you and then derail you from really getting the guidance. But when you're doing it in writing, you're so focused on the writing, then your mind, your ego cannot so much come in and distract you. So try both if you would like to see which one works the best. But really the big thing here is you want to always listen, trust, and act. That is really the most important piece here. Listen, trust, and act. And also, the more you do this, the more you really connect with your team of guides, then you will also be more open to then connecting with more of the masters, some of the higher frequency guides. When I first started out, I started out with Orion. He was really my guide. Then there came Archangel Michael, and then I don't even remember who else was there. But then I also started connecting with Horus. Then I connect with Lord Katumi. Now I actually connect with Anubis, with Thoth, Merlin. So the higher level guides as well, the ascended masters. So the more you do this, the more you will then open yourself up to connecting with more of the masters, the higher frequency level guides. But this is truly a beautiful thing to do, connecting with your team of guides, because then you will never have to wonder what step to take, or to have all these questions that stay unanswered, because you can receive guidance. But here I do also want to mention something. If it's a question that is really dear to your heart, that is very important, you may not get the answer because you're too close to the answer. You may want a specific answer, but maybe that's not really the answer you're meant to get. So you may not get anything because it's not what you want to hear, or maybe you're not really ready to hear it. So just be aware of that some questions you may be too close to get a guidance, or you may not get the guidance right at that moment, but it will come at a later time. And like I said, that also will then become easier the more you do that, because then you can detach more from the outcome, from the answer, to then receive that. But just keep practicing, keep doing this work. Like I said, if you want to go a little deeper with that, join me in the Akashic Record Challenge, the Access Your Akashic Records in 6-Day Challenge, where I will teach you a powerful process to work with your Akashic Records, and also offer you some light language activation to really open your senses to be able to really channel more, connect with your team of guides. But here you go. It's a very simple process. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button. Also, maybe leave me a comment below. Let me know, have you been working with guides already? And do you have a specific guide that you just love to work with that is always by your side? I would love to know. Leave a comment below, let me know. But here you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now, be sure to check out this next video here about what are the Akashic Records, if you would like to learn a little bit more about what exactly are the Akashic Records, to get some insights into that. But thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Until then, make it an amazingly abundant, successful day. Namaste.